there's a guy named Scott Conn. I didn't realize this till a minute ago. He's James Caan's son. And he's on he's on
very
Hawaii
popular.
5. Yep. He's on Hawaii 5-0. He was in Ocean's 11. And
he's a good actor.
I like him. I knew who he was. I didn't know he was James Caan's son. But he was on with, I think it was Kelly Ripa's show the other day. And apparently he has a new baby. And this is true. This is another cure-all thing. They were talking to him about flu, which of course is rampant right now, and COVID and everything. He puts breast milk up his nose every morning. His wife gives him breast milk.
Up his nose.
Up his nose. Here is not doesn't taste it. He puts it up his nose. Here he is telling that story.
Your wife gave you breast milk.
She did. So everybody was getting sick. I got a new 2-month-old baby. My 8-year-old was bringing home all the germs. And so my wife said, just keep putting breast milk in your nose. So I did it, and I didn't get sick, so it works.
Really?
Yeah. I brought it with me. I traveled.
He's done it. He says every morning he puts it up his nose and they do now. When I had newborn children, the doctor said there is no replicating breast milk. It gives you nutrients, and cow's milk can't get it right. I mean, it can't replicate. And so they all suggest breastfeeding the baby. And apparently, according to his wife, it will help ward off things like flu or COVID or whatever, But he shoves it.
But she's not his mother.
No, she's not his mother. She's just his wife, but she saves a little extra for him, and he said he took
How do you do
over.
it? Do you snort it like a line?
He didn't go. He didn't.
I just pictured him
I
rubbing
thought
it.
he rubbed it in the inside of his nose,
Like
and
with
then,
a Q-tip? Or just your fingertip?
either way.
Yeah.
I think either way, and
Is
then
that Scott Conn picking his nose? No. He's not.
it's worse than that.
He's a genius. He is?
He just pulled a little vial out of his pocket. Is it Coke? No.
Hey man, I need a little bump. Can I get a bump? Yeah.
You're saying he's a genius?
What is it? Do you think he would give that to somebody? What is this?
What is it?
I thought it was cocaine. No, it's breast
No.
milk.
What does it smell like?
Breast milk? I don't think it really has a smell.
Not much of a
no
scent.
And then I tasted it a little, but you can't even. It's such a bland taste.
Yeah.
It's just like milk or a little less than milk. My experience, but that was a long time ago. I hardly even remember. I do know they say it is mineral and nutrient rich.
Well, yeah, but that's for
the baby.
Yeah.
It's for the baby. Yeah, and if you can do it, you should do it. We tried to breastfeed. My wife and son had a bad latch. My son got a bad latch.
And now
Look at him.
he's on the waiting list of Tennessee.
And they say latches don't matter.
Everything you do.
That's right. It matters. It matters. It makes a difference. I'll say that. This is about kids, too. There's been a Canadian group, a startup, that has developed a self-driving, hands-free baby stroller, which uses artificial intelligence for navigational guidance. It costs $3,300 for the stroller. And here's the thing. It drives itself. It literally drives itself, but not with a child in it. Because they feel that's unsafe. But if you take, like, the child wants to come out of the stroller and you have to hold the baby,
Okay.
it goes along with you without you having to push it. I saw it demonstrated on the news this morning. The woman was walking down the street, and it can tell, like, if somebody's coming up or if it's going to hit a curb or whatever, and it will go off to the side. And, I mean, they're unveiling it at that tech exhibition in Las Vegas later this week. That's
The big CES thing?
Yes, and that's one of the ones that's being looked at closely. 30-pound stroller drives itself when unoccupied. Child's loaded up. The safety sensors will only allow the stroller to move with a person gripping its handles. It still will help. It's like a lawnmower, that's self-propelled.
The kill switch.
Yeah, so when you take it off, but then it goes. Once you take the kid out of it, it'll go with you. I don't know that it would be worth $3,300.
Yeah.
If it were if it were the price of a regular stroller, that would be one thing.
It doesn't do what a stroller does.
No, it's much better. I mean, but it's not worth it. I mean, $3,300 to not have to push it.
All it takes is a couple Kardashians to push them around.
Well, it might. It
and
might
you won't
work.
be able to find them.
Maybe. It's paired with a smartphone and tracked if it gets lost, too. If you were to walk away from it, you can go find, like at Disney.
It's like Biggie's Roomba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot like your Roomba. That's right. At Disney, there are areas where you park strollers. There's literally stroller parking. So if you somehow needed to get back to your stroller, you can find it with your smartphone as well.
We did some traveling over the holidays, and we saw a lot of little kids of various ages, from maybe 7-month-olds to, on up.
Right.
At what point does the baby carriage flip around? You know, when they're very, very small, the baby is facing whoever's pushing the stroller.
That's right.
But at some point, the little kid faces the world.
Faces the other way. I think they're made, this has been a long time since I pushed one around, but I think they're made where you put the newborn like in the top part where it faces you and you can take care, you know, if it spits up.
It seems way more important to be able to see the small child.
By the time they're 2, it's just for transportation. So you turn them around and they're bigger and you put them in the main part of that front part of the stroller. And then they can tell you if something's going wrong. You know, they can raise up. I don't know. That's a good question, though. I think they come where you can, like you put the carrier in the top part of the stroller and it faces you when they're little babies. And you take it out, you know, take the baby out. Man, it's been so long since I've pushed a stroller around, though.
But do you? I mean, as the only dad in the room, how often would you think you would need a stroller that keeps up with you while you're holding your child?
Very rarely, I think. You know, if you're,
I mean, you're going to be stationary, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Chances are.
Now there have been times where the kid's cranky and you pick him up and you're holding him and you're pushing with one hand.
It does happen.
Yeah, I mean, it does happen, but so rarely it would not. It would be worth an extra $100, but not an extra $1,000, which like this. So I don't know. Now, if it pushed itself while the kid was in the stroller, then you've got
Game
something.
changer.
But you can't
then
do
you've got
it.
lawsuits.
The safety,
the
safety issue. You can't do it. That's right.
It's amazing how quickly you can watch experienced parents, like at airports, smash down baby strollers.
We could take. When I was into it, I could do it very, very quickly.
And they just go so flat. They have their little carry cases.
That's right.
It's kind of remarkable.
This is about kids also. You just said about lawsuits. A woman is considering suing now. She bought her child a toy for Christmas. Let me see what it is exactly. It's a yellow with pink and blue buttons remote control. And when the child pushes a button, it makes a laugh, a giggle, tells a little joke, stuff like that. And the woman who bought this one, she heard it for the first time. She was messing with it herself and heard what it said and immediately went to her Instagram and TikTok.
Satanic or dirty jokes?
Dirty joke.
Okay.
This is the actual toy. Now, she bought it on Walmart.com. They got it through a third-party company in Japan called Lindsay, and now have stopped selling it after they heard this when the woman put it up on her social media.
My mom hears something, and she calls us all in, and she's like, it just said something about a drive-by shooting. I'm like, there's no way. So, let me see if I can get this quickly enough.
You'll never guess what makes a clip-clop, clip-clop, bang, bang, clip-clop, clip-clop, clip-clop noise. An Amish drive-by shooting.
Sold at Walmart. Walmart, explain this.
Walmart. Oh, my God.
Walmart, explain this.
You heard her say that.
Is that legit, the clip-clop Amish drive-by?
That's
solid joke.
A good joke.
Yeah. Well done, but
agree. I mean, for whatever it's worth, that guy has timing.
Well, the joke itself.
Yeah.
The little baby remote control has time. Let's hear it again. Now, this is the joke again.
There's no way. So, let me see if I can get this quickly enough.
You'll never guess what makes a clip-clop, clip-clop, bang, bang, clip-clop, clip-clop, clip-clop noise. An Amish drive-by shooting.
Sold at Walmart. Walmart, explain this.
Walmart pulled it down. They took it off their site. They don't have it anymore.
Oh, we got another one without a sense of humor.
What if, like I don't know if we believe in the supernatural, but maybe the ghost of the late Gilbert Gottfried. Man, that sounds like a Gottfried joke.
Yeah.
It does. That's a pretty good joke.
Like those clip-clop, clip-clop, bang, bang.
The Amish drive-by shooting. Walmart says, my God, that was a third party. We put it on our site. We had no idea. So they took it down.
Well, Walmart, we've talked about this before, these third party.
Yeah.
There's no way we think that Walmart can
No, they don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know. They
everything
didn't test
that they
it.
sell.
That's right. Macy's got rid of it. Office Depot sold it and got rid of it. And so did shophq.com. All of those sites have taken it down. No word on Amazon. I don't know if it was there on Amazon. And the woman had bought it. It's for children 3 and up, and she bought it for her 3-year-old child. And her mother heard it say, she went to her and said, something about a drive-by shooting.
Was there any other blue stuff?
No, that was the only one on there. Maybe they just, I bet they just put it in to say, hey, let's see who pays attention to this. Let's see.
Like in every 100.
Yeah,
One in
maybe
every
one in
100.
100.
Yeah,
has
somebody
it.
could have been leaving who was, mad.
But how? I mean, that is to make it say that. How would it do that? That's really odd, isn't
Well,
it?
it's just a little, I mean.
But how do you record it? But that sounds automated, If somebody's just leaving, I guess it would be whoever's in charge of product design. It wouldn't be somebody on the line.
That's
would do
voiceover
that.
work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need some voiceover. Why?
Would you tell blue jokes to kids?
Yes.
To toddlers?
Yes. I am available to tell.
I don't know if
blue
you'd have that kind of timing.
I can do it. I'm available to tell blue jokes to toddlers. Yes. By the way, this is kids too. That mom of twins has now been interviewed for the first time. They were born one in 2022 and one in 2023. They're from Texas. And, I told you my wife would be so upset if we had a child born in 1 year and second twin born in another
She
year.
wouldn't leave one at the fire station, but she'd think about it.
She would absolutely think about that. This woman, though, they asked her, now, how do you feel about
your demon spawn?
Yeah. The babies' names are Annie Jo and Effie Rose. And Annie Jo was born at 11:56 on the 31st of December, 2022. But Effie Rose was born at 12:01 a.m. on January 1st, 2023. And the mom says we couldn't be more thrilled.
I personally love it. I think it's hilarious and just super fun.
Yeah, they each get their own day, their own birthday.
Their own birth year. They're not identical, but you always still want to make sure that they have their own individual personality and that they know that they're special and unique. So I think that this just kind of gets to add to that.
No.
Every word is a knife, a dagger in your wife's heart.
She couldn't deal with that for 2 seconds. And they went on and on about
I
it.
am really excited for them to get to explore their own birthdays and their own celebrations this way. One will always get to have all the glitter and confetti, I guess, of New Year's Eve. And then one gets to kick it off with a brand new year.
Yeah, on New Year's Day.
On New Year's Day. So I just think that'll be really fun and neat for them.
How about that? And so they're excited about it. But if I had a birthday, I would rather have a January 1st birthday than a December 31st birthday, I think. I think I'd want to be known as like the New Year baby.
Well, as someone who has a January birthday, and I think Biggie does too, I always have found it easy to know you always know how old you are.
Yes.
In a certain year.
Because
when you go back.
Oh, that's right. And don't think I've forgotten that somebody has a birthday on Monday. That's Chris Demm.
Richard Nixon.
And because of that, we're playing the Big Money Celebrity Birthday Game next week in your honor. Don't you worry. That's right. And then somebody else.
Am I one of the entry blanks?
No, too much of an advantage for you. And then somebody else has a milestone birthday on January 21st. We haven't forgotten that either.
That's right.
That's right. We're going to do something really...
Sounds like there'll be a cake in the conference room that none of us will be invited to.
We're going to do something very special for you that day. Don't you worry.
Oh, I won't be here. Yeah, I won't be here. I won't be here.
What?
To ensure that
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, yeah.
The planning I've done.
Let me say this. The thought of spending my milestone birthday with you people is absolutely horrifying. So therefore I'm fleeing. I'm fleeing the state.
You'll have to tell BB Shea to catch me on things like this. We had a Cardi B clip today. We mentioned this earlier. Cardi B is a singer and rapper. And she had a commentary on inflation and the price of groceries. And I sent it to Biggie and said, now, I've edited this, but check behind me. How'd I do? Did I get rid of all of it?
Yeah, I think you did. And now I'm nervous because I listened hard.
Yeah, you have to, because she'll drop an F-bomb.
She will.
Man, I mean, like it's...
And it's so smooth, you don't even notice it.
Yes, it's incredible. But she was talking about the price of lettuce when she buys groceries that had gone from like $2 to $7. A lot of her followers said, well, what do you care? You're so rich. And she said, well, wait a minute now. Hold it. This affects everybody. So she spoke out on it.
I get a summary of the money that's being spent in my home every week. So when I'm starting to see that like groceries is like tripling up, it's like, hey, yo, what the is going on? I want to see for myself what the is being spent on. And like when I go to the supermarket, like I went to a supermarket, I'm seeing that everything tripled up. That like lettuce was like $2 a couple of months ago, and now it's like $7. Of course I'm gonna say something. Because if I think that is crazy, I can only imagine what middle class people or people in the hood is f***ing thinking? So yes, I'm going to say something. And I have a big platform, so I do want anybody that's responsible of these prices to put that down. They're gonna see they might put it down. So shut the.
Okay. It ends right there. Okay. Biggie says she speaks for all of us. These prices are too high.
Ridiculous.
These grocery store prices are too high. And she's the one leading us now to say, hey, somebody do something about these prices. Could she be Speaker of the House? Are you looking at her?
I think as the way I read the rule, she could be.
You don't.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
You do not have to have somebody in Congress be Speaker of the House.
I think that's the there's like a little loophole in the job description.
I think I'm okay with it.
That's the best thing she said. She has just said, "Look, I might be rich, but there's people in the hood. I'm speaking for you. Let us
exactly."
She got a summary of every dollar spent in her house every week.
Hey man, if you're rich, I think you have to.
That's pretty smart.
And I think you have to check your own accounts. There's way too many stories of people saying I got swindled by
many of those.
Millions were taken by this person and this person.
Many of those.
Speaking of swindles, I hate to even bring this up almost because it brings up a painful memory of the year 2022 for one member of the show.
Not the agricultural incident, please.
Yes.
Yes.
We had some time before the Christmas holiday, and I was in one of the rooms in our house that kind of faces the front. You know, the TV and the stuff, everything's in the back, the kitchen. But I was in the front room side of the house, folding laundry or something.
Yes.
And I see, and there's a neighbor that lives next to us, delightful older couple. And he's a sweet guy, Army veteran, plays golf, tries to stay as active as he can. His wife is having some health challenges, but we deal.
Yeah.
And as I'm sitting there one afternoon, I see an unmarked pickup truck, work truck.
Yes.
Pull up in front of his house and then kind of straddle his driveway and half in front of my yard. And nothing but pine straw in the back.
That's okay. That's a
filled
scam.
with pine straw.
That's right there. That's a scam.
So I go running for my phone.
Yeah.
Be careful of the pine straw.
Right.
Believe me, I know one. I work with a dunce who got scammed.
Hear me out on this. I know a guy.
Right.
So please, please, please be careful.
Yes.
And he texts. I mean, he's an older guy, but he texts right back. He's like, I ordered it. I'm spreading it myself. They just dumped it there.
Oh, I see.
He spread it himself, and his yard looks great.
Okay. So are you suggesting that I should spread that pine straw myself?
No. But he didn't get ripped off. But I thought of you.
Well, he's just pointing out that another old feeble man managed to not get ripped off, and you did.
Yeah, that's it.